everyone, Joe here with the Idaho Prepper channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the importance of having a backup power supply. So for those of you who are familiar with my channel, you'll know that we have discussed a wide range of scenarios when it comes to preparedness, such as EMP attacks, civil unrest, economic collapse, and even natural disasters like the hurricanes in North Carolina and even the more recent wildfires in California. So hopefully you guys have made all of the necessary preparations that you need to make, and you are all stocked up on the basic provisions like food, water, medical supplies, firearms, and ammunition. But there is always one area that is commonly overlooked, and that is the area of alternative power. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Delta Pro 3 by EcoFlow. This is a 4,000 watt portable power station, and it has a 120/240 volt inverter, which potentially makes this unit powerful enough to power your home, definitely power your camper, and even power your bug out cabin. So today's video, I'm going to be briefly going through this unit, showing you guys how it functions, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how a unit like this could be implemented into your preparedness plan. So stay tuned. This should be a good one. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing, who could that be? Oh, not again. Hey, Ronnie?
Hey, cuz, you remember my name. Hey, man, I don't want to keep you very long. I just have a couple of questions for you. So, I heard you were doing a video on the Delta Pro 3. Well, before I go and invest any of my hard-earned money on one of those fancy units, I just got a couple of questions for you. Do they run refrigerators, like the small kind that I can fit big sodas and candy bars and stuff inside?
Refrigerator? Yeah, it could run a refrigerator. It can run a full-size refrigerator, actually.
Okay, good. My next question. Can it run a small popcorn machine?
Popcorn machine? Yeah, I'm sure it can run your popcorn machine.
Okay, good. Can it run a blender, for making margaritas and fancy Slurpee drinks?
Blenders. Yeah, it runs blenders. Pretty much runs all of your appliances.
Okay, good. And my last question is, do you think that it could run the old lady's fancy personal items?
I guess.
All right, great. Hey, thanks a million, cuz. I appreciate it. As you were.
All right, Ronnie. Well, you take care. Hey, man, put a jacket on. It's freezing outside. All right, so I apologize for that little interruption. So let's see, where were we? Oh, yeah. Okay, so the one thing that you'll notice about this unit is its size. And let me tell you, this unit is as heavy as it looks. Weighing in at 113 pounds, this is a very robust unit. But thankfully, EcoFlow was smart enough to put in this really cool, sleek carry handle and wheels in the back, which makes this unit very easy to transport. All right, so like I said at the beginning of the video, the Delta Pro 3 is a 4,000 watt portable power station. It has a 4,096 watt hour battery bank with an 8,000 watt surge capacity. It's got a 4,000 watt pure sine wave inverter that does split phase. So it's a 120 or 240 volt inverter. So we'll go ahead and power the unit on here. And as you can see, it's got this big, beautiful display screen showing us the battery percentage, input, and output. Here we have two 100-watt USB-C outlets and two 100-watt fast charge USB ports. Down below, we have four 120-volt outlets. And then here we have an L14 generator plug. This plug here, I think, is a foreign plug. I think it might be Australian.
I'm here to help humans, but also protect the crocodile.
Although don't quote me on that, I'm not sure, but it's there for those of you who will need it. Okay, so moving on to the left side of the unit here, I'll just go ahead and slide this little door over, and here we have a dedicated 30 amp 120 volt plug for your home or camper. Okay, so moving to the right side of the unit, and behind this door here, we have all of our 12 volt options. So we have a 12 volt 5 amp barrel connector here. We have some Anderson ports here, and then we have this remote plug for an LCD screen here. Now, when it comes to the app, EcoFlow has a great app that already exists, and it took all of its design cues from Tesla and Apple, so it's very easy to use and pair with your smartphone. They also just added the Delta Pro 3 to their roster of units that are compatible with their app. Now, the great part about having a smartphone app that is linked to your generator is that you can control your generator from anywhere in the world or right from the comfort of your bed. Whereas with traditional gas generators, you have to go outside to turn them on and off or make other adjustments. So having an app that's linked to your generator is just really convenient. All right, so we're out in front of my house here, and I have both of my generators side by side. So here we have the Delta Pro 3, obviously, and then here is my gas generator. So this is the generator that we use to run our house when the power goes out. It is a dual fuel generator, so it runs off gasoline and propane, and it puts out 13,000 watts. So about 4 or 5 years ago, I had an electrician come out and put in a transfer switch and a sub panel, so that way we can, hook this thing up when the power goes out, and it pretty much runs everything in our house minus our furnace. And I don't know what it is with generators, but for those of you who have been in the market and shopped, especially like gas generators, like something like that, once you go above 13,000 watts, the generators just start getting exponentially more expensive. So I'm not sure why that is, but 13,000 seems to almost be the cutoff point. So this generator, like I said, can run our whole house, no problem, minus the furnace, whereas this generator is just not even going to come close to running our house. Now, if I were to get two more of these with the batteries up on top, potentially I could probably run this house, I could pretty much create this, but it would come at a huge cost. And I will say at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to in terms of gas power generators versus solar power generators, is just really the cost. So this unit right here, which like I said, powers my whole house, I can pick up on Amazon for about $1,200 and then have the sub panel and all that stuff put in for about $1,200. So really good deal. Whereas this unit comes in at about $3,500 just as it is. And then getting those batteries, it just starts to add up. So again, it's just one of those personal preferences you're going to have to make. Now, the biggest upside to your solar generator, in my opinion, is the sound.
So this is what it sounds like when your gas power generator is running.
And this is what it sounds like when your solar generator is running. It doesn't make any sound. So if you're in an urban environment and the grid goes down and civil unrest is starting to kind of unfold, you don't want to have a gas generator, drawing a lot of unwanted attention. So you'll definitely want to have some type of solar electric generator that's running your stuff. So in that regard, this is a really good option. The other thing is the fuel. So this is a fuel-based generator. So I am reliant on gasoline or propane to keep this running and keep my power on, which if things got really bad and the supply chain got affected and fuel became scarce or impossible to get, I would be stuck without power. So I definitely think it's important to always have the option of solar as an alternative power backup. So again, it's just one of those things where you're going to have to weigh out the pros and cons for yourself and make your own decision. But I will make sure to leave links in the description along with discount codes for the Delta Pro 3. And if you guys are interested in having your house set up with a generator, whether it's electric or gas, definitely, consult with an electrician first. Unless, you're really familiar with electronical equipment, don't go messing around, especially with like the sub panels and the main panels in your house. You can get really hurt or even create a lot of damage. So be really careful with that. And for those of you who are interested in getting the EcoFlow generator to run your house, head on over to ecoflow.com and you can look at all the smart panels for your home that they have available along with all the other accessories. But either way, I definitely say have an electrician do all the install of the transfer switch and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to do it for me, you guys. Hopefully this was a good video. Talking about these generators and watts and amps just really isn't my wheelhouse. I'm more just kind of like guns, ammo, tent, go bags, things like that. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video. It'll probably be the last solar generator video I do for a while. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully you guys got something out of it. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure to hit that notification bell. So with that said, until the next time, stay prepared.